Hello everyone, Narelle Warcon here from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. Thank you so much for listening in today. I know I'm a little bit late and you've probably heard everybody else speak about ONews11. But I've had a few busy days and I'm now able to come on and share my part. So I just want to say thank you again for listening. I hope you enjoy what my take is on it all. Probably the same as most others. But yeah, what a joyful ONews11 it was. And I just wanted to say, moving onward with purpose was the main heading of our ONews11. And I've got a little something that I've, put together because I think, what does that actually mean? So just bear with me a second, because what I brought up was moving forward with purpose means more than just taking steps. Okay, so a lot of us think that, what do we need to do? What does this mean? So it's about aligning your actions with your vision, values, and goals. So isn't that incredible? Because we all need to be aligning ourselves with that vision, with the values, and certainly with the goal of Ash, of moving forward, So it's choosing to rise above setbacks. And haven't we done that every time we rise up? And again, I'll bring this back over to ONews11 very shortly. It's choosing to rise above setbacks, learn from the past, and keep your eyes on where you want to go. And I think, after seeing what the graphics are showing, the analytics are showing from what we did, or what the survey sort of brought forward for Mr. Ash, and him sharing that with what his team have put together, excuse me, makes it very, very clear, and very, very clear to me. So it's choosing to rise above setbacks, learn from the past, and keep your eyes on where you want to go. That's truly amazing of where that showed up for me in ONews11. Purpose gives direction to your journey, turning obstacles and lessons and progress into fulfillment. So, it's turning the obstacles. And again, if we bring this back to our dear CEO, Mr. Ash, the obstacles that have been in his path have also been in our paths, So along with life itself, we have many obstacles that pop up. And what do? We either take the lesson and learn from it and grow from it, or we stay stagnant in where we once were. The better decision is to, pick it up, grow with it, excuse me, take the lesson and, move forward, even if it's a little bit scary, a little bit fearful. So when you move forward with purpose, every step counts, because it's not just about motion, it's about meaningful progress toward the life you're meant to live. How meaningful is that? When you move forward with purpose, every step counts. And it certainly does. I think, like I said, with our ONews11, moving onward with purpose really sort of relates to all of us. So it's about to get exciting. We're really happy about that. It's time to move forward. The negativity of the past is behind us. So, in your own life, if you hold on to negativity or hold on to the past, you stop your own growth. You stop that movement forward. Like I said, sometimes it's a bit scary, sometimes a bit fearful, but we must move forward to have that amazing growth. Excuse me. I wanted to share a little bit that, because after hearing Gina Lever speak on heroes, and there are many amazing speakers, but one of the things that stood out for me was, to be deep rooted. And she spoke about a black walnut tree that fell over because its roots are only very shallow. One of the things I think I got from that is, when you plant, if we take it to plants, and you may all have some, when you plant a plant in a pot, okay, it starts off in a smaller pot, and as it grows, we need to change it into a bigger pot. Why? Because it stops the roots from growing deep as they should with most plants, and we have to continuously keep planting that plant into a bigger pot, because what makes it grow, what makes it flower, what makes it give new growth to it, is having that deep rootedness of, you know, the roots that it has on it. So that stood out for me. So thanks, Jean, for sharing that and bringing that analogy to heroes. I have to finish the rest of it, but again, many beautiful speakers on there. So if you haven't watched it, please duck over there and do so. You will find it on many of the YouTube channels. So now I'm going to just bring this over to the analytics, because if we remember, you know, some of the things that we had previously were amazing, and it gave us the insights of where people were coming in from, what device they were using, you know, and all those sorts of things. So really, truly, when you see the figures of the survey of all of you that stood up and said, you know what, I'm here for the long run, I'm going to support Ash, and I do think that we need a new vehicle. Again, you know, like you might have an older car and you think one day I'm going to upgrade this car, you know. So it's all about growth, it's all about moving forward, it's all about taking that vision and having it be on purpose. What purpose are you here for, you know, and things like that. But again, the analytics just stood out for me. Absolutely amazing. I loved seeing where people came in from, and it quite surprised me, sort of in a way, I suppose, of how many people, I think it was 86.6% of people are now using their mobile phone. So have a think about that. You know, how much has our mobile device being or brought more into how we do business. We can take it anywhere, it's just in our hand. Everything's available basically to us. There are some things, like I'm a bit of an old school girl and I love using my laptop or the bigger screen, because I do have a bigger screen as well, where I do a lot of my, you know, videos and recordings and things like that. But that really, really surprised me in a sense, you know what I mean? So 86% are coming in by mobile. And a lot of people are using Chrome mobile, you know, a huge percentage, 84%, you know. So again, you can see the statistics, the analytics are showing us so much more than just a survey that was done, so much more than a survey that just answered questions, which I know that, you know, both Mr. Ash and the team were blown away by, very overwhelming. So it's very impressive, and I think you need to, if you haven't already, of course, because I am late doing ONews11. Sorry, bad throat today. But if you haven't seen it, then pop on in, certainly log in, go to the top left-hand corner or wherever it is on your mobile and look for the updates, and you will see ONews11 there. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of my life, being a part of my YouTube channel, but being a part of this bigger picture, the bigger vision, standing there and saying, you know what, we are here and we're supporting each other. And that brings me over to just a little bit from my side. You know, who are you uplifting today? You know, are you spending time with those positive people? Are you spending time around those who have let go of that past, you know, and moved on to a more positive, growing, you know, deep-rooted, amazing, moving forward? And we've got a lot to look forward to. So I love this part as well. Remember this, at the heart of this journey is our shared vision. And I want to just read this to you, and please take it on board, because it is something that you can read in our ONews11. Uplifting humanity by empowering individuals of all ages. So this is not just a business for those upcoming, those who are tech smart, anything like that, but individuals of all ages and walks of life through education, personal development and financial well-being. So isn't that uplifting? I know myself personally, I've grown so much since being a part of this business, being a part of your lives, you know. You are so uplifting, you're so caring, you're so kind and very, very supportive. So keep doing that. Doing it for me, doing it for others, doing it for yourself, doing it for your family. Because this is what helps the vision, this is what helps the goal, this is what helps us keep moving forward, like I said, even though the step is a little bit scary, and sometimes we're a little bit fearful. But take that first step, step out into that, and you will be surprised at how many more steps open up in front of you. So we are committed to turning complexity into simplicity with affordable, user-friendly technology, including AI with heart. so meaningful, uh, so meaningful, so meaningful transformation becomes accessible to all. So transformation, again, I'll bring it back, you know, how are you sort of looking at this? Thank you so much for being a huge part of the survey, showing Ash that you were there standing beside him, showing him that you are there supporting him, showing that a new vehicle is required to be able to move forward, you know, a better, much better engine. You know, there's so much that you can sort of add an analogy to any of this. So go ahead, go back to your ONews11 in your back office and read it and read it and read it again. We look forward to the new ONews coming out. Again, I thank each and every one of you for being here and being a part of my life and being a part of, you know, the whole community of global friendships. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I send you rich blessings and much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.